Hello everyone, and in this video we're going to be installing VS Code on Windows laptops. This helps us code Python on our laptops. So first go to your Google browser and type in Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code helps us write code on our computers. So the first one that pops up is the one you're going to click. And then you go to their home page. And you want to click the Download for Windows button. And then on the top right of your screen, you're going to see a little like circle-ish thing pop up. And that's where the download is happening in your browser. So as you can see when you click on it, you can see it's downloading and it has about 10 seconds left. Once it says done, it takes around 5 to 10 seconds to fully get ready. So now it says done, and just give it a second before it fully gets ready. And then, once it gets ready, you can click the little arrow button, and that will take you to this. If you see this, click More Info. Like if you see this screen, click More Info. And since the person that made this is Microsoft, we know that this is safe, so we can click Run anyway. And then it will give you this agreement, so then you want to click I accept the agreement, so that will let you use Visual Studio Code or VS Code. And make sure you have create a desktop icon, register code as an editor for supported file types, and add to path checked. Then click next. And then you can confirm your choices here. So we have create a desktop icon, register code as an editor for supported file types, and add to path. And then it's going to start preparing to install. And then after a second, it's going to give you a progress bar showing how far it is in installing. And I've blurred out this because it shows the file names. So just if you want to know what's there, it's the file names. And then it's gonna keep going and until it finishes. It takes around 1 to 2 minutes to do this. And then, well, maybe on the shorter side of that, but around 1 minute. So you can see it is still loading. And a little bit more about VS Code. VS Code, you can download it on a Windows or a Mac, and you can use it to code on your computer. It's really easy. And in a future video, I'm going to show you how you can start coding in Python. And also in this video later, I'll be showing you how to do it on Mac. So we can just wait until our setup is finishing. And as I said, it takes around a minute or two, depending on like the speed of your computer. And it's almost finishing up. Alright, and now it says it's completed. And make sure you have the Launch Visual Studio Code button checked. Then it's going to open Visual Studio Code. And this is your coding workplace. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can start using it. And that's how you set it up on Windows. And now we're on to Mac. Mac is actually much simpler and much quicker. So, we're back in our browser, and we're going to search up Visual Studio Code. Again, just like Windows. And then we're going to click the link that pops up first, and then click download for Mac OS, and that's the first option because we're on a Mac. And then it's going to come up in your downloads on the top right as the same as Windows. And this one was much quicker. We can click open, and then it takes us here. And it has this little pop-up window. And this might seem like confusing, but it's giving you kind of like an arrow. So what it wants you to do is click Visual Studio Code and drag it into the Applications folder. And then it opens your applications. And then you get a pop-up saying that it's copying it to applications, which means it's adding it to your computer, your Mac. And this process is pretty fast depending on which model and which year of MacBook you have. So, takes around 30-25 seconds, depending. And on the bottom left right now, we can see that we have VS Code. Double click it, and then we have opened VS Code. It's going to open in a little bit, in a second, and it asks you, a pop-up, it asks you are you sure you want to open it? We do want to, so click open, and then it opens it. And at first, it's going to ask you to sign in, but on the bottom right, just click continue without signing in. And you can choose what kind of theme you want. So I'm just going to choose the Dark 2026 theme, and then click get started. And now we have VS Code on our Mac.